Hello from Becky and me. Welcome to this evening's programme.
First, the Arctic weather spread through the region today with warnings of worse to come.
Heavy snow showers dumped up to 7 centimetres in some places, leaving roads treacherous and causing a spate of minor accidents.
Schools were shut and thousands of children sent home early. In the west, temperatures plunged to -6 overnight, and the Met Office says there's no end in sight.
Well, let's join Ellie Price now, who's out in the cold in Attleborough for us this evening. Ellie, is this going to change overnight? How bad is it going to get?
Well, it's difficult to say, to be honest. It's quite the winter wonderland, as you can see here in Attleborough, and the town saw some of the biggest snowfall in our region. 7 centimetres fell last night. Well, locals here, like everyone else in the region, is preparing themselves for more. Severe weather warnings have been issued in Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex and Cambridgeshire. And even if you didn't see any snow today, you certainly would have felt the cold with temperatures plummeting. Now, as I say, forecasters say they don't see any end in sight anytime soon. The drive home begins, the snowy rush hour slowing traffic even more than usual. For the most part, travelling around the bigger cities today wasn't too much of a problem. This was the scene in Norwich. But further out, the journey to work was painfully slow. This motorist showed just how easy it is to lose control, needing the help of police attending another incident to help push him out. Well, the snow's coming down really heavily now in Carlton Road in Norfolk. You can see behind me the marks where a school bus filled with 30 children came off the road. Now, fortunately, none of them were hurt and were all taken to safety. But police are keen to stress just how treacherous the conditions really are. And the police say such minor accidents are becoming even more dangerous, with passing drivers trying to film them on their mobile phones.
It not only puts themselves at risk, it puts the emergency services at risk that are trying to help people that need cutting out of vehicles or the cars are in the ditch. And my officers will prosecute anybody that they find doing that whilst they're driving past the scene of an accident.
But it wasn't just the roads affected. Flights to and from Norwich Airport were delayed or cancelled, although for Luton and Stansted it was business as usual.
We advise passengers to look at our website, norwichinternational.com, to look at the live feed for arrivals and departures. That will tell you whether or not your flight is delayed, cancelled or scheduled to leave on time. People need to consider whether or not they desperately need to travel in these conditions.
By mid-morning, though, some flights managed to take off from Norwich. Several schools like these in Fakenham closed first thing, and others decided to shut at lunchtime, including Heatherset High School in Norfolk. Looking around now, obviously it's beautiful sunshine and it feels like the snow's sort of dropping off the trees, it might melt. You don't think you've taken this decision sort of lightly?
We never take decisions like this lightly. I've been on the weather website and it is forecasting for snow showers increasing this afternoon and then heavy snow tonight.
In total, 26 schools in Norfolk sent children home. 6 were affected in Suffolk and 1 in Cambridgeshire. The snow spread further inland overnight. Parts of Cambridge woke up to a covering, although it wasn't stopping these brave souls taking a rowing trip on the River Cam. At Hadley in Suffolk, there was 3 centimetres, while 2 centimetres came down near Southend and 2 at Hitchin in Hertfordshire. The west of our region saw the coldest temperatures. At Welwyn in Bedfordshire, it dropped to -6.5, in Wittering at -5.8, Northampton -5.5, and at Harpington in Hertfordshire -2.9. Only extreme coastal areas like Weybourne in Norfolk stayed above freezing at 1 degree. Motoring organisations reported a huge surge in calls for help. Peter Lund was called in from a day off to work. He says preparation is key.
Clear the car thoroughly before you set off. Make sure all the lights are clear, all the screens are clear. Make sure you've got plenty of fuel. Just prepare yourself for the weather. Drive a bit slower, allow extra time for your journey, and just keep a bigger distance between yourself and the car in front.
And with the big freeze set to continue, it looks like we'll have to listen to that advice to avoid more scenes like these. Ellie Price, Anglia News.
So that's what it's been like today. Let's find out what it's going to be like overnight and join Rachel Mackley now, who can tell us. Rachel, is the snow going to ease off?
Well, there is a Met Office weather warning out until 8 o'clock tonight across Norfolk, Suffolk and Cambridgeshire about the risk of heavy snow, and really there's little sign of it easing off into tonight. We are expecting further snow and sleet showers across the region, with between 2 and 5 centimetres of snow generally and up to 10 centimetres of snow over higher ground. And again, little sign of it warming up into tomorrow either, I'm afraid. But of course, I'll have more details on that in the full forecast later in the programme.
OK, Rachel, see you later. Well, as Rachel says, the snow's unlikely or likely to be with us for some time yet, so we'd like you to send us your pictures. Keep us updated on how it's affecting your area.
Yes, you can tweet us at ITV Anglia, write on our wall and upload photos to our Facebook page as well at facebook.com/ITV Anglia. And you can email your photos to Jonathan and Becky at itv.com.
Already had some lovely ones, actually, haven't we?
Yeah.
You can log on to
one of
our...
yours, in fact.
Yes, one of mine from this morning. You can log on to our website too for the latest travel and weather reports, of course.
Right next, the parents fighting a ban on taking photographs of their children's nativity play. For the past 3 years, one Hertfordshire primary school has banned pictures or video of its Christmas performances.
Well, faced with the prospect of missing another milestone, 2 parents have stepped up their campaign to get the ban reversed. Neil Bradford reports.
Today was just a dress rehearsal, but in a few weeks' time, these children will be joined by some very proud parents, each of them eager to capture their child's moment in the limelight on film. At King's Acremont School in Ely in Cambridgeshire, that won't be a problem. But at one Hertfordshire school, cameras are banned, leaving parents fuming.
To have that feeling that, you might be viewed as a paedophile, to have children even thinking that, it's horrendous. I want to take photos to send to my family. All my family live overseas, as well as personally my photo albums.
Natasha Stannard and Caroline Baines from Welwyn Garden City have been fighting for a change of policy ever since. They've enlisted the help of their local MP and hope the ban can be overturned in time for this year's nativity play.
I feel very saddened by it because I'd like to think that any photographs being taken are usually celebratory moments of a children's life at school. So yes, the fact that I can no longer capture it, be it video, be it photography, really saddens me, and I hope it will change.
The ban at Applecroft School was introduced 3 years ago to stop children's photographs from falling into the wrong hands. No one at the school responded to our request for an interview. Hertfordshire County Council says its guidelines on filming and photographing in schools were drawn up in 2009. Ultimately, the decision is down to the head teacher of individual schools. But the guidelines make it clear that any ban on photography or filming must be discussed with parents first. Something Caroline and Natasha say has never happened. They're now carrying out their own survey of parents.
I would love us to return to where we were, where parents of this community can take photos of their children in a safe environment in their school and use them accordingly.
King's Acremont School Nativity will also be performed at Ely Cathedral, where parents can also snap away. But for parents at Applecroft School, the gap in the photo album will just get bigger. Neil Bradford, Anglia News, Welwyn Garden City.
Right, it's coming up to